Welcome back to my writer's room, everyone, and welcome back to Hamshackle's Hangry Holiday Advent Vlog, Day 2. Yeah, it's Monday. We've rebooted. We're into the first week of December proper, into the holidays proper. I hope everybody had a good weekend. I did a very holiday thing. I reconnected with old friends. It was really cool. Saturday night, my wife and I and Keith Rainville, Krista Faust, Nathan Long, bunch of friends of ours, we went to a pro wrestling show in Southgate, AWS, alternative wrestling show, and it was a really fun time. I hadn't been to like a proper down and dirty indie wrestling show in many years, since the last time I wrestled on one, honestly. I went, and it was at an American Legion Hall, that is like next to a high school gym. You can't get more indie than that kind of venue. They had a lot of great talent on the show. They had like Tony Storm and Chris Wolf, a lot of women workers on the card too, which was fantastic. I realized at this show, I actually did the math on this, and this is so, it's glorious, but it's also supremely messed up. There were more women wrestlers on the show that we went to Saturday night than there were on all the American shows I wrestled on in my entire career as a professional wrestler, in almost 10 years of doing shows in America. Literally, because they had, half the matches were women's matches, and they also had an all-women battle royal. So between all the women workers they had in the card, literally more than all the shows combined that I did in my career as a professional wrestler, because there was just no market for it back then. You know, I retired in 2005, and, you know, most of my career was like late 90s, early 2000s. So it's amazing that that is a thing now. It's fantastic. I'm so happy to see that, and, you know, women wrestlers getting their shot. It's just so sad to think about all the women workers from back in my day who just had nowhere to practice their craft. It makes me very sad to think about that. But again, glorious for women now, and congratulations, and let's keep going with that, because they're awesome, man. They were great. Women, like in any industry, they have to work twice as hard to achieve half as much as the guys. So women they just work harder generally, and especially on the indie circuit where everybody's trying to figure themselves out and do it. But anyway, also on the show, they had imported from the East Coast, from the tri-state area, the Greek god Papa Don. Who was actually, I went to wrestling school with like 16, 17 years ago. He was a very close friend of mine, and one of my core group of guys that I would travel the road with, and that I trained with, and that I learned to be a professional wrestler with. And I hadn't seen him in literally like that long time. I hadn't seen him in like 16 years. And I found out he was going to be on the show, and I was like, dude, I gotta go. How often do I get to see any of my old East Coast wrestling cohorts? So it was great, man. We went. Papa Don was awesome. He's a fantastic heel. He worked the crowd like a freaking master. He had so much heat. They hated him so much. And he was just like, dude, it was just so crazy to watch someone you were a novice with, and now 15 years later, they're like a master of their craft and a veteran and just know what they're doing. And then Nikki and I stuck around after at the American Legion bar there, and we hung out with them and caught up, and it was really great. I Instagrammed a bunch of pictures if you want to go check that out on my Instagram. But that was really cool. And it was very festive. It was very in the spirit of the season. Reconnecting with old friends. Old Lang Syne, as they say. Which I guess is more a New Year's thing. But either way. So that was very cool. I hope you all had a great weekend. I hope you're gearing up for a great week. If you're back at the grind, I hope, you're able to like imbue some of that holiday optimism with it and make it a little better than it usually is. So it is the second day of the Advent vlog, which means we are reaching into our Team Hamshackle viewer request mailbag here. We are selecting a request from a member of Team Hamshackle, and we are dedicating this episode of the vlog to them. And today we are dedicating it to Setsu Uzume, Katana Pen on Twitter, editor for Podcastle, the fantastic YA podcast that Escape Artist does, one of their many professional podcast markets for short fiction. So, Setsu requested, as you can see, bullshit holiday foods and how to improve them. And I'm always up for talking about food, so I thought this was a fantastic one to start off the week with. Thank you, Setsu. I actually met Setsu for the first time. I remember this, and I want to say this because I like to, share nice things about the folks I'm dedicating these episodes to. Setsu came to my first Worldcon reading. The first Worldcon that I attended as a guest, the first reading that I did, they were there. I met them. And I still remember that, and it meant a lot to me. I remember everybody who came out to that reading, because it was my first Worldcon reading. That was like a big deal for me. And that always meant a lot to me. So thank you, Setsu, for being at my first Worldcon reading. Today's vlog is dedicated to you and to holiday foods that are bullshit and how to improve them. Yeah, here's the thing, and I've experienced this myself. As we go on in life, you get a little tired of the rote stuff you do every holiday season. We had to stop doing, like, turkey at Christmas. My wife's family did, because they do the big holiday get-togethers. We got so sick of doing turkey on Thanksgiving and then turkey right again on Christmas. So we always mix it up. I think this year we're doing Italian food, you know, so we like to change it up at Christmas and do different stuff. But as for traditional holiday stuff, well, starting with the turkey, a very cool thing that my best buddy Edward Earl Newton does every year is he'll deep fry turkeys at his and his wife's holiday party. And I always end up de facto butchering the turkey. But anyway, that's a cool thing you can do to, like, liven up an old standard. You get the deep fryer, you take it out in the backyard, the patio or whatever, and you dunk a whole turkey into this thing. The cool thing about that is, it's like dinner and a show. It's so strange. It's like that stereotype about how, like, a guy will be working on a car and a bunch of other guys in the neighborhood will just, like, congregate around him to watch him work on the car, like that old male stereotype. It's very much true of the deep fryer. You get a huge crowd. They all gather. They all want to just watch this thing be deep fried. I don't particularly understand it, but people enjoy it. They really do. I enjoy the results, because deep fried turkeys, if you do them right, are delicious. But I don't really get the showmanship aspect of it. But it is, man. Every year Edward whips it out. Every year Edward deep fries the turkey. People are mesmerized. And they're really invested in it. So it's a fun thing to do. And again, it's a different take on turkey that not a lot of people are used to. It tastes amazing. Just remember, here's the thing. For the love of God, whatever deity you worship, or deities, I'm not here to judge, but, like, for the love of all the gods in the pantheon, remember to defrost the turkey before you deep fry it, because it'll fucking explode. Like, literally. So many backyards are burned down. I say this having a cousin who's a firefighter and a paramedic. So many backyards and houses burned down because people dunk frozen turkeys into deep fryers. It's a bad idea. So that's my #1 tip. Obviously, if you're going to do it, research how to do it. Watch some YouTube videos at least. But for the love of God, defrost your turkey or you'll turn it into a bomb. And it's way less fun than it sounds. Like, sincerely. It might be cool to watch, like, the shitty neighbors that you don't like, to watch them do it. But you don't want to experience that yourself. What else, really quick, because I don't want to go on too long. Oh, hey. Fruitcake. That's the old holiday trope of that horrible fruitcake, seasonal fruitcake that we make, because it's so colorful and tastes so acrid. My advice: throw that in a blender with some ice cream, make some fruitcake shakes, pour them into shots, float a little rum on top of it, and you got fruitcake shake shooters. I mean, hey, deep fried turkey and fruitcake shake shooters, man. Like, you're taking the most standard, prototypical holiday stuff and turning it into a party. That's what it should all be about, right? So those are my 2 notes. Also, Macambo is my personal favorite rum currently. It's a Mexican rum. It's Veracruz rum, which Mexico not traditionally known for their rums. Macambo is amazing. Like, I can drink it straight from the bottle, like milk. It's fantastic. Get some Macambo rum, get some fruitcake, get some ice cream, fruitcake shake shooters. So that's my advice. Deep fried turkey, fruitcake shake shooters, Setsu. I hope that helps you out. I hope that helps everybody out. So yeah, that is day 2 of our Advent vlog. I'm gonna be back tomorrow. Thank you, Setsu, for the request. This episode has been dedicated to you, and thank you again for coming to my first Worldcon reading. I still appreciate it. Go follow Setsu on Twitter, @KatanaPen, which is a fantastic Twitter name, by the way. So yeah. Also going on right now here on the Angry Writer channel, I want to remind you about Hamshackle's Hangry Holiday Giveaway. I posted that video on Friday. There'll be a link to it in the description. I'm giving away two really cool prize boxes on Christmas Day. If you subscribe to the channel, to this channel, Angry Writer, punch the subscribe button. Between now and December 24th at midnight, Pacific Standard Time, you will be entered into a drawing. I will select 2 people, and I will curate for them 2 awesome holiday mystery boxes full of a lot of the stuff that I've been unboxing here on the channel, from like the Nick box and Don't Eat the Gum and the beauty products and all that stuff. And I will also be adding to it a bunch of book swag. You'll get a whole set of my Sin du Jour books signed. There'll be a rare ARC in both crates. There's going to be a bunch of other cool stuff. So yeah, you can do that. You can win those. Go check out the video I made about that. Subscribe to the channel. Tell other people about it. I'm playing Santa Claus all month long. Also, tomorrow, we're starting the Hamshackle's Hangry Holiday Gift Guide. My wife will be back on the channel. We're going to be doing a food and wine box unboxing that is a great gift recommendation. Later in the week, too, we're going to get into some more beauty products. We've got a bunch of cool stuff on the gift guide coming up. And finally, this Saturday, I want to remind you, this Saturday, December the 2nd at 2 p.m. in San Diego, I will be at Mysterious Galaxy, the legendary bookstore, with a bunch of other authors, Tim Pratt, Christina Lauren, Tony Valdez, bunch of other authors for Mysterious Galaxy's annual holiday party. We're going to be there hanging out. There's going to be refreshments. Come buy some books. We'll sign them for you. We can all party together. It's going to be a really good time. I'd really love any Sin du Jour fans who can make it out to San Diego to come down and hang out. I'd love to meet you. I'd love to talk to you. And yeah, I'll be there all afternoon, just having a good time. So Mysterious Galaxy this Saturday, starting at 2 p.m. down in San Diego. Come check it out. So yeah, I will be back for tomorrow, day 3 of the Advent vlog. I hope you're digging it. I hope you're digging everything that's going on. We're just getting started, but it's going to be a great month of great content. We're going to have a good time. We are going to carve a fun holiday season from this awful rock face of 2017. I am determined to do that. Come along and do it with me. So yeah, in the meantime, I'm Matt Wallace. Happy holidays to y'all. I'll see you tomorrow.